Talk more about that. I'm joined now by Marti Anglada. He's a representative of the Catalan government here in France. He's with us now live. Thank you very much indeed for being with us on France 24 tonight. My first question to you is simply, what have you gained from holding this referendum? It was illegal last week. It's illegal today, yet now hundreds of people have been injured. Spaniards and Catalans are traumatised. What was the point?
The point is that the Catalan people wanted to express their will. And the Catalan people is the one who votes and who owns their wishes. Therefore, they wanted to vote in a referendum, and there was a compromise with the authorities, and we managed to hold a referendum in a very extremely difficult conditions. Very extremely difficult conditions. But the citizens helped to hold it. They were waiting for hours. They were keeping quiet when the Spanish police was just charging on them. They just made an exemplary behavior, and they reached to vote 42%. It was like an obstacle race, and 52% reach the polling station. That means it is quite a big success. Of why we did so? Because the people want to vote. And we're a democracy.
But my point is that
you could say that the referendum, yeah, it's not legal. But I could say it maybe is not legal from a Spanish point of view, but it's legal from an international point of view.
You are still part of Spain.
In your case, a legitimate one.
But you are still part of Spain, so Spanish law does apply. But my point is, now you want to negotiate. Carlos Puigdemont says he wants to negotiate with Madrid. Why couldn't you negotiate before you held this referendum, which was very confrontational and which led to the violence and the bloodshed we saw on the streets of Barcelona yesterday?
No. We did ask for 7 years. 7 years. We did ask a negotiation to hold a referendum like they did in Scotland, and keeping knowing and negotiating the question, the timetable, the census, everything. We wanted to negotiate everything. It was Madrid that said for 7 years, they say, no, we won't negotiate with you. We said, oh, we won't do the same as Scotland. No, we won't negotiate with you. They were saying no. We are always ready to negotiate. We are ready to negotiate a legal referendum if they want. We are always ready, and of course we will be ready to negotiate a declaration of independence. We are always ready to sit down and talk.
But it's going to be very difficult now, isn't it, for people who live in Catalonia moving forward? There is an awful lot of bad blood now. There is an awful lot of tension. You are going to have to remain part of Spain for the foreseeable future. The situation is now much more tense than it was before.
No, I don't think so. I don't know where your table of measures to say that it's much more tense than it was 1 week ago. I mean, the tension in Catalonia is high for many years now. For many years now. I mean, saying that things are worse now. There is a sense of pride now in Catalonia, a sense of pride. We have 900 injured, but there is a sense of pride much better than it was the day before yesterday. And I won't say that the tension is so big, so high, that you couldn't live there. Life is like always. You know that we like to live in a very good manner, and things will go on like this. And we can keep with this sort of tension perfectly. There is no problem of the Catalan people to hold in that situation.
What about moving forward, though? It's going to be very difficult, isn't it? You've had literally no support whatsoever from the European Union. Mariano Rajoy has just thanked the EU for their support. They didn't criticise the violence. They haven't supported your campaign for independence. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, we don't have support of governments, official support. Look at the words, official support from European governments. But we have a lot of support from European parliaments, many parties. We had lots of parliamentarians who came yesterday in Barcelona to show, to observe, to visit, and to show a sort of solidarity with us. We are not alone. We are not alone in Europe, not at all. If you say Britain, for instance, the leader of the Labour Party made a statement yesterday asking strongly to Mr. Mr. Rajoy to stop all the violence of their police, and he did ask to have some sort of solidarity with us. We are not alone, not at all. You must hear well, and you must read everything.
All right, Marti Anglada, thank you very much indeed.